Well, the National Testing Agency has released the NEET undergraduate results, and it turns out that 6 of the top 10 ranks have been secured by candidates from the state of Tamil Nadu. Last year, 2 candidates from the state made it to this elite league. This year, with 6 candidates in the top ranks, it marks Tamil Nadu's highest tally ever, trailing only behind Delhi with 8 candidates and Rajasthan with 7. A massive improvement given that in 2019 and 2021, Tamil Nadu did not have any representation among the top 50 ranks. But why are we talking about this? Why is this politically significant? It is because since 2017, Tamil Nadu has been actively striving to exempt itself from the NEET exam. Not allowing NEET was the electoral promise of the ruling party, the DMK. Chief Minister M.K. Stalin has played a pivotal role in introducing a bill in the State Assembly last year, which advocated exemption of Tamil Nadu students from NEET. And guess what? This bill received unanimous support from all political parties in the state of Tamil Nadu, but hasn't received the President's assent yet. Now, Tamil Nadu's political parties have been claiming that NEET aggravates inequalities by placing rural students at a disadvantage because of the financial constraints they face in accessing coaching as compared to their urban counterparts. A 9-member panel was set up by the state government to evaluate the influence of NEET on medical admissions, and it discovered a decline in the proportion of rural students enrolled in Tamil Nadu's medical colleges. But the question is, does that argument still hold any water? Before I discuss this with Karthike, let's listen in to some reactions that have come in.
See, congratulations to all the top rank getters, but what we have to see is what coaching class they have gone to. See, no way we are undermining their achievement, but this is just to highlight that however brilliant you may be, you need that coaching class to crack NEET. Why is he not speaking about the coaching class? Why is he not revealing the fact that these students chopped it, aced it after attending coaching classes? Our only point, our only objection to NEET is also this, that only people with money, people who have access to coaching classes, people in urban areas, they'll be able to crack NEET. So this is once again proved that whoever attends a coaching class, whether he's from urban area or a rural area, he is able to crack NEET, not everybody else.
தமிழகம் நேற்று பெருமை அடைந்திருக்கிறது. நம்முடைய நீட் பரீட்சை மூலமாக தமிழகத்திற்கு இந்திய அளவிலே ஒரு மாபெரும் பெருமையை நம்முடைய மாணவ செல்வங்கள் தேடி கொடுத்திருக்கின்றார்கள். ஆல் இந்தியா டாப்பராக பிரபஞ்சன் ஜே மாணவ செல்வன் நம் அனைவருக்கும் கூட தமிழக மக்களுக்கு மிகப்பெரிய பெருமையை தேடி கொடுத்திருக்கின்றார்கள். அதே போல முதல் 10 ரேங்க் பிரபஞ்சன் 720க்கு 720 99.99% வாங்கி ஒரு பெரிய சாதனை நிகழ்த்தி இருக்கின்றார். முதல் 10 பேர்ல 4 பேர் தமிழகத்திலிருந்து வந்திருப்பது மிகப்பெரிய சிறப்பு. முதல் 50 ரேங்க்ல 6 பேர் தமிழகத்திலிருந்து வந்திருக்காங்க. இது குறிப்பாக நீட் பரீட்சை எதிர்க்கக்கூடிய தமிழகத்தில் இருக்கக்கூடிய எல்லா அரசியல் கட்சிகளுக்கும் கூட மறுபடியும் ஒரு முறை நீட் பரீட்சை உணர்த்தி இருக்கிறது. இது ரொம்ப டிரான்ஸ்பரண்டாக, நடுநிலைமையாக எல்லா மாணவ செல்வங்களுடைய கனவுகளை அவர்கள் மெய்ப்பட வைப்பதற்கு நீட் எக்ஸாம் ஒரு ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டியை கொடுக்குது. அதனால் மறுபடியும் நம்முடைய தமிழக மக்களுக்கு அன்போடு பாரதிய ஜனதா கட்சி சார்பாக நாங்கள் தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கின்றோம். நீட் பரீட்சை என்பது தமிழக மாணவ செல்வங்கள் அனைவருமே ஏற்றுக்கொண்டு விட்டார்கள். அனைவருமே அதில் இப்போ பெர்ஃபார்ம் பண்ண ஆரம்பிச்சிட்டாங்க. குறிப்பாக ஏழை மாணவர்கள், குறிப்பாக தந்தை தாய் விவசாயிகளாக இருக்கக்கூடிய அவர்களுடைய குழந்தைகள் நீட் பரீட்சையில் நமக்கு பெருமை தேடி கொடுத்து கொண்டிருக்காங்க. அதனால் நீட் டிபேட் அப்படிங்கிறது இந்த வருஷத்தோடு நம்ம நிறுத்திட்டு இன்னையிலிருந்து புதுசாக வேற ஏதாச்சும் நம்ம பேசுவோம். மறுபடியும் நீட் என்பதை கொண்டு வந்து இதை நீட்டை பற்றி பேசுவது எந்த விதமான பிரயோஜனமும் இல்லை என்பது இந்த வருஷத்திற்கான மாணவ செல்வங்கள் நமக்கு ஒரு பெரிய பாடத்தை புகட்டி இருக்கின்றார்கள்.
All right. You know, as I said, Karthike, this is great news actually for Tamil Nadu, but it would almost seem, and I'm amused by the thought, that is not such great news for the politicians of Tamil Nadu, because, a big chunk of their politics in the last few years has been centered around their opposition to NEET, saying, oh, it is so discriminatory to our students. But look at this, the students of Tamil Nadu are setting new records. 6 of the top 10 come from the state.
Now the state of Tamil Nadu will need to decide how will they accommodate the students. One, the original opposition to the NEET was that a lot of politicians in Tamil Nadu thought that it's discriminatory in context of rural urban students. They felt that the rural students do not have access to funds, so they don't get coaching and they will not make it to the colleges. And
they also talked about the language barrier.
And the language barrier, and they felt that a lot of urban students will get in. But then, you know, we have to also factor in that Indian education system, unlike the Western European and the North American education system, has somehow spawned, I wouldn't use mafia, the word, but it has, you know, it has become coaching school dependent. If you look at the ads in newspapers of last 5 years, you'll be surprised that instead of seeing Mukesh Ambani or Gautam Adani or Ratan Tata, you'll find some coach at the top and the 15 students who have made it to the IIT, IIM and NEET. So these people have become the new rock stars. And when I say new rock stars, these people have become the custodian, owners, manufacturers, producers of the human resource content, which is
Byju's, great example,
which is available in the country.
Seen as a big success story.
And a lot of people say that they have been able to up the quality of the people who gets interviewed, but they have created sort of a clone answers. So it becomes very difficult for people to distinguish between talent and someone who has crammed up things. I'm just saying this in context of NEET, because now there is an oversupply of talent in Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu will now need to decide how to absorb these students, one. Secondly, one thing is to do well in exam and another thing is to find a vocation. So what are the challenges for a state where maximum students do well? Where do they go? How will they be absorbed? Can everyone become a doctor, engineer? I'm saying generically. So NEET, apart from a language issue, is also an issue of management of aspirations. What do they, like when you travel across Europe, you find, you know, in India you have gardeners, but then you have this gardener in somewhere in Belgium who does only small plants. You know, he has a status in the society. हमारे यहाँ बोलेंगे माली है, चाहे कितना भी बढ़िया हो. Or the shoemakers in Spain. So
dignity of labor.
Dignity of labor.
Which seems to be very different.
So our problem is that we don't have dignity of labor, and we do not appreciate that certain. For example, there was a very famous film called The Tailor of Panama. So I mean to say, there are things which are done by hand and it enjoys a lot of dignity. Now, when we produce so many brilliant students through an exam for a different vocation, how do we absorb them? Where do we absorb them? Where do we keep them, or should they migrate to CIS countries, take those degrees, come back and not accommodate
Kartike, how so many of our students landed up in war-torn Ukraine at the time when war erupted, because most of them were medical students, and one would assume that they had to go to Ukraine to study medicine because they were finding it extremely difficult to find avenues in this country.
So I think the problem of NEET is not only of plenty, it is of how to absorb and direct that plenty in our national mainstream. I think today Tamil Nadu, they will be very, very happy that they have done well, but they also need to understand that why, what they are supposed to do with this talent, one. Secondly, what about their ideological opposition to it, and third, whether they will be changing it or not.
I think that is really, really interesting, and I personally would love to see how the political parties of Tamil Nadu, including the ruling DMK, actually play their NEET politics going forward, given how stupendously well the students have performed this time round.